Old paradigm views of an elite conspiracy had more to do with people, bloodlines, and prophecies. The conspiracy of tomorrow is centered around the use of technology. Therefore, today, the conspiracy is the infiltration of human perception with the use of technology and algorithms. I bet you think you have access to the internet, don't you? I did. But the largest search engine, Google, currently indexes only 0.004% of the internet. Whistleblower Brittany Kaiser gave examples of how social media platforms like Facebook target extroverts with empowering activism ads, while introverts are targeted with paranoia pieces or contrived conspiracies, all to support a deeper agenda. This is where I had to stop and look at the nature of the content coming into my feeds. This shows that a certain amount of conspiracy is not only allowed, but it's predicted, hijacked, fabricated, and advertised to people, I guess, like me. This is calling for a more evolved approach to the solution, and maybe it's not about complex information anymore. If it becomes increasingly difficult to parse through so much contradictory information and reconcile real news from fake news, then take a tip from Paul Chek and realize that the situation is calling you to develop your discernment, not blindly accept whichever has more bells and whistles. In order to really know how to proceed, we must deviate from being given our next chess move by the screens in our house and begin to evolve our consciousness rapidly in the coming weeks and months. This is not done by reading more articles, listening to more videos, or entertaining any more external ideas. It's done by climbing the ladder to see why the anthill has gone mad. From a higher perspective, it's easy to see that the coming tech revolution will harness the power of evolutionary history in a relative blink of an eye.
There have been 4 major historical eras defined by the way we work. The hunter-gatherer age lasted several million years. And then the agricultural age lasted several thousand years. The industrial age lasted a couple of centuries. And now the information age has lasted just a few decades. And now today, we're on the cusp of our next great era as a species. Welcome to the augmented age. How many of you are augmented cyborgs? I would actually argue that we're already augmented. Imagine you're at a party and somebody asks you a question that you don't know the answer to. If you have one of these, in a few seconds, you can know the answer. We've always been limited by this need to manually push our wills into our tools, like literally using our hands, even with computers. I want to have a conversation with a computer, right? I want to say, computer, let's design a car. To come up with new designs all by themselves. All it needs are your goals and your constraints. I'll give you an example. In the case of this aerial drone chassis, all you would need to do is tell it something like it has 4 propellers, you want it to be as lightweight as possible, and you need it to be aerodynamically efficient. And the computer is coming up with this stuff all by itself. No one ever drew anything, and it started completely from scratch. And by the way, it's no accident that the drone body looks just like the pelvis of a flying squirrel. It's because the algorithms are designed to work the same way that evolution does.
So if supercomputers are sifting through billions of years of evolution to arrive back at the same anatomy of creatures that have been here for a long time, then what does that say about us and our bodies? There seems to be so much fascination about our technology that we forget we still don't understand the human body or its potential.